this thing.
All right, see you.
There we go. All right, have a 32 gig card in this thing now.
Ooh.
And 3 brand new batteries. Well, 2 brand new batteries, the one I had already.
Were they good batteries?
Yes, believe it or not, they were actually Sony batteries. I compared them very, very closely. And they were exact in every detail. No one's good at a forger of batteries. And they were even in the same little bags that my original battery camera that it came with. So somebody must have had extra batteries for something and broke it or whatever. Decided to sell them on eBay real cheap.
Not complaining?
Nope. No. One of the batteries in this camera right now. As a matter of fact, this is its test.
32 gig though. You can put some stuff on there.
Yeah, that's a brand new card I bought. I forget, the 4 gig, I kept forgetting to empty it. And then it would halfway home or whatever, it would freaking, start running out. And like, shit. So I was meant to get a 32 gig. I may get bigger eventually for this, but for right now, 32 is enough. According to the camera, I had over 4 hours and 80 minutes of high definition video that I could put on there. So. I don't have to go to Kisco tomorrow, so one less thing to do. They upped my limit on eBay.
Did they?
Up to 188 things I can list now.
Wow.
I currently have like 110, 112 on there or something like that. Another buying spurt this week. They love those little valve handles. I keep putting valve handles on there to keep buying them. Cheap little aluminum valve handles. I don't know what it is about them. Well, one lady actually did get back to me. I didn't ask her about valve handles, but she asked me if I would combine shipments. She bought the bells and wants to buy a couple brass cat bookends. I said, no problem. I'll hold one, ship it till the other's ready, put them both in one box. I don't care. Save a little shipping that way. And I make 2 sales. And she said that she wrote back to me, so glad she saw the bells, which was a relist. Some asshole didn't pay me. So glad she saw the bells. She had originally bought valve handles that she uses for artwork and decoration. I was like, aha! So I said, well, and she asked me if I have more. I said, I got a whole bucket. And I'm going to be putting them on eBay 20 at a time, different selections. And there's all kinds of big handles, little handles, and whatever we find, we put on there. And she's glad to hear that. And uses them in artwork. Okay. Answers one question, what people do with rusty old handles. And use them for artwork.
You don't care. You're making the money.
That's right. I don't care. Do whatever you want with them. I've already sold 2 lots of handles, and a 3rd lot is on there now. I don't know if anybody's been on the internet. I only just put it on there this morning or last night, one or the other.
Guy ever come pick up that car?
Which one? The 54 Chevy? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was happier than hell with it.
Was he?
Yeah. Apparently he'd bought one out there that was like Swiss cheese. And this car was supposed to provide the parts to fix that one, which he paid considerably more for because they're not that common out there. And so now the plan is to use that one to fix this one. Because it's a lot better. He says, you wouldn't believe it. The pieces of the frame got holes in it, and the body's all full of holes.
Did you have the paperwork for that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, he's lucky. We got the whole title and everything. Well, the registration, all the rest.
Anything ever happen with the Power Wagon?
I'm waiting for a guy to get back to me now down in Georgia. He's coming up for Thanksgiving, and he wants to know if we would do some price stickering. He might decide to stop and strip it here or take the whole truck home. He doesn't know. While he's up here, So... if not, I told you, I don't give a damn. We've only had it on there 2 weeks. I'll keep listing it in the next 2 months. Or 2 years. I don't care. The truck's been sitting out there 40 years. What the hell's a couple months now, The old man only wanted $850 for it.
I thought it was on for $1,200.
It was. That was me that put it on for $1,200. Because he wants $850. That means I have to get at least $1,000 to get him that $850 because, eBay and PayPal are going to take their 13% whack right off the top. And plus, it gives me a little wiggle room in case, as I expected, people would start contacting me, asking me if I would take a little, then maybe it sells off eBay. And I save the fees altogether. Yeah, why don't we talk about that? Here's my number, And once I got him on the phone, I got him. The same way the Chevy sold. The Chevy sold off eBay, too. I relisted that, 4 times, I think? And finally, this guy saw it and got back to me. I said, hey, no problem. He was so happy with the price, he even took care of the PayPal fees. He sent me extra, which I did not ask for. Take care of the PayPal fees. I thought that was very nice of him. I said, hey, okay. Because those cars are very uncommon out there, apparently. You have to come out here to get them, which is odd to us because we're used to going down south to get shit like that, you know. But he said, oh, there, everything rusts away in Detroit, Michigan. It just falls apart. I guess their winters are longer and more severe than ours are, and they just salt shit out of everything. We had quite a few things pop up for sale this week. You know, Sunday, I think it was Sunday, it was only like 2 things on there. Everything sold down to 2 things. Well, November, it's a start. Monday will start off a little slow and I have some time to build up a little inventory and whatnot. Boom. I came back, fucking Kisco, so I have the fucking sheet seem to be green there, you know. And they're getting sold. I think I was up once up to about 13 things. And all week it was like 10 to 12, you know, as things would sell and more things would be paid for or whatever. Bids would come in, I was like, oh shit. Somebody paid me $78 fucking dollars for a broken hood ornament from a 1934 Plymouth. That thing's been sitting around in my tool car for like 3 months because I was waiting to sell all the good, you know, the good emblem shit before I bothered with the broken shit, you know, because this thing's broken. How much they're gonna give me for a broken emblem? All you asked for was $25, and even that I thought I was pushing it. That was my starting, because usually the second time it's relisted, I'll drop the price. Gives me a little room. Right away, I bid. I was, holy shit, somebody bought it. What do you know? All of a sudden, more and more bids, and somebody contacting me about this and that, you know. It's like, huh, no problem. And then I'm walking past the old man's tool bench, and he shows me this old light fixture on a piece of wire, little brass fixture, about 25 cents worth of scrap brass. I look at it and I says, huh. I just for the hell of it, let me put that on there. Oh, that's not good. That's not worth it. Just let me see.
He says that, then it's so.
Even I this time, I put it on there. Within 2 hours, somebody had bid on it. Within 3 hours, I had 4 bids. I think there's seven bids on there now. They have it bid up to $41.50, and I know it's going to go higher because I've had 2 different people contact me about selling it off of eBay for as much as $75. And one guy begging me not to sell it off eBay to the bottom feeders, as he put it, because he's willing to bid and bid strong on it. So I don't know what the fuck is special about it. I don't care. They want to bid on it. I don't.
What is it?
It's a hanging light fixture, cord, and little piece of brass. It's nothing. I'll show you the pictures of it. I got.
Don't sell it off eBay.
Yeah, it's nothing. To me, it's garbage. It's junk. I just, you know, somebody threw it away for scrap. They didn't get maybe 10 cents for it. So I've already made a killing on it at $41.50. If nobody bids on it now and it sells for that, I've already done very, 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 very well on it. And then there was the broken oiler. Another one of those Lunkenheimer oilers for the little small stationary engines. This one had broken glass, little bent edges and shit on it, whatever. And I deliberately left this one till last because I didn't want to, because it's broken, you know, harder to sell broken shit. Apparently not, because it's sold immediately. And they bid that one as, what, 80, 86 bucks? No, I'm sorry, 92. That one went to $92. Well, whatever, you know. Want to pay me for broken shit, $92? It's okay with me. Now I gotta find all the other broken shit and put that on there. I don't want to buy that too, big money for it. We didn't get too much out of Kisco last week, just knickknacks and bullshit. I got some fountain pens
Been down there for a while.
Well, yeah, we had to go through a bunch of shit, sorting through little things. In the desk in the dining room there where the camera is, we were there for a while because going through all little drawers there and shit, looking for a key, and I took some stuff out of there too. There was a bunch of old titles his father had left there. They've been literally untouched as his father passed away in 1977. And I'm looking through them, and I found a title there, the registration, a 1952 registration, New York State, for a 1928 Mack truck crane that is still outside. Back door. In total ruin, but it's still out there. I'm like, oh man, I know what this is. I was hoping to find the Power Wagon title there. You know, that would definitely be a selling plus if we had that. But I didn't. Got a lot of other titles. Sam went through a lot of cars. Must have been 10, 12 titles just in his name alone. Everything from Pontiacs, Buicks, Oldsmobiles, Plymouths, you name it. Fords, of course, plenty of Fords. Now we understand the weird mix of parts that were out there in the shed. all the cars he was using. Little odds and ends in there, some of which I put on eBay so far. I haven't. Things like a cigarette pack holder, you know, a brass ashtray / cigarette pack holder. Took me a while just to figure out what the hell it was. Finally did, and that's listed.
Cigarette pack.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
heard of it.
In the old days, you walk into a fancy hotel, you sit down at the table waiting for the bellhop, whatever. On the table next to you, there would be a complimentary pack of smokes with some matches, a little ashtray, so you'd have a smoke while you're sitting there waiting. And there was this special little brass holder, a little clip on the ashtray that would hold the pack.
My times have changed.
Yeah, good luck getting that now. Where are my complimentary cigarettes? Sir, there's no smoking in this establishment.
Oh man. Free cigarettes, don't know.
Yeah. So I guess his parents must have lifted that from some hotel way back. A Bud vase, which I see is now selling. A plated silver Bud vase. I asked $50 for it, and they give me $50 for it. So I guess it must be something good. Looks like shit to me, but whatever.
You take any money yet out of the account?
Oh yeah, he took 4 G's out of it the other day. I made him do the I said, you cannot be leaving this kind of money in here. And I'm on him about watching his damn bank account too. I said, your bank account is now linked to PayPal. You understand they can get into it through PayPal. So you need to literally every few days be peeking in there to make sure no one's been fucking around.
They should open up another account and just use that.
I wanted him to do that. I told him a dozen times to do that. Oh, it's so much easier, just do it this way. So, look, I've told you and I've told you. That's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You know, I can't make you fucking do the right thing, but...
In case they want to take money back out.
Yeah.
You know, if you take the money out, hey. You know.
Yeah.
Boy.
What do you do? I tried to tell him. At least he is taking money out.
Yeah.
And we sell a lot more from the back room now, too.
Really?
Yeah, I've had quite a few carburetors sell now and distributors and things like that. You know, we're picking up a following on eBay on that now, and they're watching our sales and our listings, rather. They see something they want, they bid on it. But I charge a flat $25 carburetor core, because we're only selling them as cores, not as good carburetors. Can't possibly do that now. And $23 are ordinary distributors. Extraordinary distributors, they'll go $45, $50, whatever, a case-by-case basis, but not too much like that back there. Now, I had one dual-point cast iron old Mopar distributor. I got like $55 for that, something like that.
You should put some of those old windshields or something on there. Pick up layers.
Yeah, we may do that eventually, but right now I just got too much shit. I want to clean out more shit from that back room is what I want to do. Just make some room back there. I've actually got 2 whole shelves cleared off now. And I've been able to dedicate 2 whole shelves back there just for eBay stuff. You know, I sold that many carburetors and other shit back there to get rid of it enough to make that kind of room. I easily sold 7 or 8 distributors by now. Maybe more than that even, I haven't kept track. And I shipped out a good 3 or 4 carburetors just this week. And they're not what you would expect either. You know, it took forever to sell a 4-barrel I put on there, which I thought would sell right away. What's selling is 1 and 2 barrel carburetors. Ordinary stuff, and I finally figured out why. Stationary engines, farm equipment, and antique cars. That people don't want to fucking, you know, screw around putting big V8s in and shit like that, like we would have done when we were kids. And now, if it comes with a straight 6, they leave it that way. You know, they don't go ripping the motor out, putting something bigger in. And farm equipment. A lot of these 1-barrels, they're going for plow trucks and old farm trucks that they've just completely worn the carburetor past the point of rebuilding on it, you know. They can rebuild these ones is why they want them. Because these carburetors, they came off vehicles in the 60s and 70s and 80s. They didn't have a lot of miles on them. Or a lot of, you know, decades of use. They're not worn out. They can easily be rebuilt. And they've been stored indoors. Everything moves. Nothing's stuck and corroded and all that shit. Don't want to slow down 2 miles an hour?
Just gonna say, here we go, Scott.
Oh,
Clunk,
God.
clunk, clunk, clunk. What the fuck? Your car's not made to hit fucking bumps?
Oh, God. It may shake apart. We sold the car like his that we had with the bad transmission. Yeah. Donald, the Honda guy, he bought it. He took it home yesterday. It actually drove all the way to Carmel. Just barely made it. He lives up where Pat used to live. I think the old man had to push it the last 35, 40 feet or whatever. Almost to the top of the hill, and the transmission started just cooking out. Didn't do it anymore. Got too hot. So now I've only got 2 cars like Scott's. 3 if you count the Shell. 2000 to 2004. Gotta tell him the transmission was burnt out of that car, only had 146 on it. He's probably pushing up on 60,000 miles by now.
It's like he just drives around aimlessly about.
Sometimes I wonder. I mean, how many miles you got in this? 49,000 miles?
Yeah.
You actually have less mileage on this than he does on the car he's only had for, what, 3 months? I've had
this almost 10 years.
You could actually trace how many miles you put on just by watching the videos. Because we first got that thing, I know I made videos of the mileage, and thereafter probably 3 or 4 or 5 times. I know I did when we went to Long Island. I forgot, we were out there in Cove Neck. That's where the Avianca Flight 52 plane crash was. Back in the early 90s, I think it was, late 80s, early 90s. It was right there, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because I was watching on YouTube last night, one of those disaster things. They're talking about how the plane ran out of gas and crashed. And it's like Cove Neck. Wait a minute, we were just there. In Oyster Bay, we were just there. God damn, I forgot all about that. We could have gone look for the site where it crashed.
Oh boy, this guy would have been driving around in circles for hours trying to find it.
Oh man, probably just as well we didn't. I imagine there's no more signs of the crash now after all these years, but I've actually got a cigarette lighter that came off that crash. Somebody gave it to me a long, long time ago. They actually lived out Long Island, and they lived near the crash site, and there was all kinds of things littered all over the fucking place. And he found this little cigarette lighter. It was a promotional item, whatever. They gave to passengers. Back then, you were allowed to smoke on airplanes. It's Avianca Airlines, and holy shit, half the people on that flight were killed. That was a 707. That one. He's tool man's going late tonight. How do they secure those fucking tools at night? You must have somebody sleep under the table or something. I gotta tell you, I would not feel comfortable leaving that many tools.
You come by in the morning, just
with nothing but a plastic sheet protecting it.
Yeah, the sides of the tent are down.
Yeah. People pilfering shit all night long. Cut a little hole, reach in, grab.
Hello, Jim.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Actually, no, mine is bigger. Yeah, my rig is about 4 feet longer than that. That's a 32 or 30, something like that.
Got sold for quite a few cops in my home last week, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere. One right in the middle of the goddamn road.
One trooper tried to get Scott to hit him.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell he was doing, just sitting there in the middle of the road. Yeah, it's late at night, but still. Now, people do come through there pretty quick sometimes. How'd you T-pone the police car? Well, he was right in the middle of the damn road around a blind corner. What the hell do you expect? Oh, am I hungry. Tell Scott what we're getting.
I told her we were going to the Italian place.
Surprised he's not here getting a bunch of shit himself.
He's probably going on a fucking student or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the Seacoast are so expensive. Scott, I'm not going. Fuck.
Well, who tells you? Yeah, he buys $57 worth of food. No one tells you to buy just plate after plate after plate. My God. That's going a little too far. All right, let's cut this for now.